Tiger family, and welcome to the Paintsville High School Alumni Association Distinguished Alumni Ceremony, which is being held at Paintsville High School. As you can tell, I am not at Paintsville High School as I am currently quarantined due to the pandemic. However, I still wanted to be able to deliver a message to our students and those who are watching online. Paintsville High School has been in existence for over 130 years. During this time, we have had many distinguished alumni walk our halls and graduate from PHS to go on to have wonderful careers in an array of fields. Those include teachers, doctors, court justice, military personnel, lawyers, musicians, members of the law enforcement community, nurses, artists, and many more. Students, as you walk the halls of PHS, I hope you remember that you are walking the halls of these same distinguished alumni. These halls are rich with history, tradition, memories, and the values of being a Paintsville High School alumni, which many of you will become one day. Today, the Paintsville High School Alumni Association is celebrating 2 distinguished alumni. Each year, PHSAA hosts a ceremony for our distinguished alumni, which unfortunately has had to have an alternative setting due to the pandemic. However, I am excited that the students of Paintsville High School will get to be part of this ceremony and get to listen to these 2 distinguished alumni. I'm very excited for our 2 individuals who will be introduced shortly, as I have personal connections to both. One is a member of the class of 2000, who, as a class of 2003 member, I had the pleasure of getting to know throughout high school at various events, track, prom, and just day-to-day life in the hallways. The other is a member of the PHS class of 2009 and one of my very first Spanish students when I began my career as a teacher at Paintsville High School. I'm excited for you to get to meet these individuals and get to listen to them as they are honored by our Alumni Association. At this time, I'm going to turn our program over to our in-person speakers so that they can begin today's ceremony. Thank you, PHSAA, for hosting today's event. And for those of you who are near and far and are PHS alumni, there are a couple things that I want you to remember. We are Paintsville. We are Tigers for life. And once you're a Tiger, you're always a Tiger. Thank you, and let's begin today's ceremony.
Good afternoon. Is that too loud? I'm Lynn Mullins, and I'm a 1968 graduate of Paintsville High School. Yes, I'm one. The current president, I'm also the current president of the Paintsville High School Alumni Association. Today, PHSAA is going to induct 2 new members into our distinguished alumni group. But before we do that, I want to say that you all are going to be PHS alumni someday. And we hope that you will help us continue with our purpose to help maintain the Paintsville independent school system and their reputation for excellence. Our motto is to preserve, promote, and protect Paintsville independent schools. One of our biggest sustained projects is to provide a $2,000 scholarship to a graduating senior. So all you seniors, remember in the spring to apply for that scholarship. One more thing, I hope you all have noticed our brick wall down in that old board building. All graduates are eligible to have a brick with their name and graduating year. If you are interested to have this or have it as a gift, please contact any PHSAA member and we'll help you do that. So now I'm going to go on with our induction ceremony. Lieutenant Colonel Joseph W. Brown. Hold on just a moment. I have my glasses, sorry. Lieutenant Colonel Joseph W. Brown is the commander of the Geospatial Intelligence Analysis Squadron has a Master of Arts in National Security Affairs. He has a Master of Military Operational Air and Science. He has a Master of Philosophy in Military Strategy, a Master of Arts in Political Science from Duke, and a Doctorate of Philosophy in Military Science, also from Duke. Joe's assignments have taken him lots of places. He has lived in Monterey, California, Goodfellow Air Force Base in Texas, Holbrook Field in Florida. He's been in Afghanistan, Iraq, the U.S. Air Force Academy, Springfield, Virginia, Maxwell Air Force Base in Alabama, and Duke University, and presently is at Wright Air Force Base in Ohio. Joe has a very impressive list of medals, and as well as many promotions, from second lieutenant to his present rank of lieutenant colonel as of September 1st in 2018. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome Joe Brown as the newest member of the PHSAA Distinguished Alumni 2021. Joe.
Thank you, everybody. I'm just honored and overwhelmed at being inducted into the Alumni Hall of Fame. I honestly would never have expected that. I'm really thankful for this opportunity today. I'm glad that I got to talk to the juniors and seniors because Lynn did a great job reading my resume. This day really isn't about me or the other person being inducted. Really, what I think is valuable and why I'm glad we're doing this is because so we can, in front of you, I want you to see the possibilities and opportunities that you have. 20 years ago, I was sitting in your seats. I'm no different than any of you. And so the opportunities that you could have, you can be whatever you hope to be. And so yeah, I'm just very thankful for the Alumni Association, and I hope that it serves as somewhat of an inspiration to whatever you hope to do. You shouldn't think just because you come from a small town that you can't achieve. So I just want to thank everybody, and yeah, appreciate it so much.
Now I hear music coming from the chorus room, either the He was greatly influenced by country music and bluegrass. His music has been described as a mix of near-traditional country, bluegrass, and folk. A lot of his followers consider him the voice of Appalachia because his songs are a reflection of people's lives that he's come in contact with. When this young man was a junior, I had him in arts and humanities. I noticed that he was not working on his assignments, and he had his head down on the desk. I went back to check on him, and I woke him up. He was sound asleep. And I said, "You need to wake up and do your work." He mumbled something, laid his head back down, and went back to sleep. One of the other students in the class motioned for me to go walk outside. I did, and he said it was hot. He is asleep because he has been going to the VFW in Huntington. He's chasing his dream. And he got in late, but his parents told him he had to get back to school the next morning. So after learning this information, I had my class quietly pick up, slip out, and let him catch a few more Z's by himself before the bell rang and he had to go to his next class. He came to my room later and apologized for falling asleep in our class. I asked him what he was doing, working during the week in Huntington, West Virginia on a school night. He said that's what was available. All I want to do, Miss Schol, is write music and sing. I'll do it whenever I can. He graduated from Paintsville in 2009, released his first album, Bottles and Bibles, in 2011. In 2017, he released his second album, Purgatory. In 2018, he won the Emerging Artist of the Year at the Americana Music Honors and Awards. In 2019, his third album, Country Squire, was released, and the second single for that album, All Year, was nominated for the Best Country Solo Performance at the 62nd Annual Grammy Awards. He considers himself a pretty good dude, and is pretty thankful to keep your nose to the grindstone. Hard work pays off. If you haven't figured out what I'm talking about yet, I'm talking about Timothy Tyler Children. Tyler is our 2021 PHSAA Hall of Fame inductee for the arts.
First off, I'd like to take a moment to personally acknowledge and thank Lieutenant Colonel Brown for his service and his sacrifice to protect our liberties. Without anyone like him, we wouldn't get to enjoy a lot of the freedoms that we get to on a daily basis. So thank you. As for myself, I'm extremely honored to be here. It's always an honor to get recognized for your efforts. The older you get, the harder you have to try to get that recognition. So this is extremely encouraging and appreciated. It's probably also a surprise to some of my former teachers, as much as it was myself, that Paintsville would have any reason at all to call me back for anything. I wasn't an excellent student by generous estimations. I was a decent student. I only got called to the office twice, once for goofing off, which I was prone to do, and another time for falling asleep, which I was also prone to do. But yeah, I was a student here. I did graduate from here. I'm proud to graduate from Paintsville High School. I often say, and I'm sincere in saying that moving to Paintsville High School was one of the most important learning experiences of my childhood. I moved here when I was a sophomore from Lawrence County, and every school year is important in its own way, shape, and form, but the last three more so, because you're getting older, you're growing up, you're coming into your own, and you're hoping to enjoy the last few years of your school career
makes them change when they stay the same. I feel like it's going through the same motions over and over again as the stakes get higher and it scales up. And I hope that I'm getting better at that. And with that being said, whatever you intend to do when you leave here isn't nearly as important as what you're doing with your time here, because that is so important to what you intend to do. You know, right now, you are forming the habits and honing the skills and creating the weaknesses that will either help or hinder you in whatever you hope to achieve with your goals. So, conduct your life like it's the grade, and grades matter, and your life is the most important piece of homework you'll ever have to turn in. Thank you, guys.
I know you might have noticed some people up here on stage. I'm not introducing anyone, I'm just saying that these are members of the PHSAA that have all worked really hard to get this together. We were thrown for a loop this year again when we were unable to have our alumni event. So we think this is even better, because I think it's so important for you students to hear what some of our alumni have done. It's absolutely amazing. This concludes this part of the program. Thank you all so much for allowing us to come and show you and let you see the impressive graduates of PHS. I always have said I put up our graduates against anyone, anywhere, and I really believe that. Thank you.
Pretty impressive duo. I'd like for Lieutenant Colonel Brown and Tyler. Yes. If you want to come up front. If this doesn't prove that you can accomplish anything, I'm not sure what else we can put in front of you. Every person on this stage is a product of the mountains of Kentucky, of Eastern Kentucky, and it's something to be proud of. And thankful for our Alumni Association for the work they do on this annually. But I want each of you to think for a second about where you want to be, because that time's coming fast. And we're here to make sure that you have every tool that you can. I want us to give one more round of applause for our coming up. Ms. Hall, as an educator, I understand how you feel. That touched my heart. Ms. Wallace, the rest of the Alumni Association, thank you for what you do, the stand that you set. It's very important that we honor that. This proposal